Billy and Thomas work on the most beautiful line on the island of Sodor. They love to puff through forests and over hills. One morning, Billy was puffing around a line where he'd never been on for a long, long time. And there, on the island of Sodor, was an old bridge. Some of its beams had been rotten and been damaged by a storm. Billy didn't notice until it was too late. He dangled dangerously above the water. "Help!" screamed Billy. Before it was going to be too late, Thomas pulled him to safety. Later, the Fat Controller arrived and said, "The old bridge has been mended. Now, Billy, I want you to collect the trucks." "Yes, sir," said Billy, but he didn't want to go on the bridge again. He arrived at the old bridge, and there were the trucks at the old bridge where the Grand Canyon was. Billy puffed and puffed. He was going to move but stopped. He looked down onto the rushing water, but he was a little bit afraid. But his driver was a little bit nervous as well. "Come on, Billy," said his driver. "Don't be scared. The bridge is safe now." But Billy didn't want to know. He remembered what happened this morning, so he went back to the shed instead of finding the trucks. Just then he arrived back at the shed without the trucks. Just then Thomas's driver had an idea. "We'll pick up the trucks," said his fireman. "And if you don't cross the bridge," said Thomas, "the Fat Controller will be cross." And he will. And so Thomas had to take Billy's goods train as well as his own. Later, the Fat Controller spoke severely to Billy. "You have caused confusion and delay, and you will shunt trucks for the rest of the day, and I cannot afford engines that will do as they're told." "Sorry, sir," said Billy sadly. Later, Thomas was ready for his return journey again, and then he was ready to go home. Through the sandy beaches and through the forest, he finally made it up the Grand Canyon to the old bridge again. He made it there, and then he stopped. He stopped forever, and something happened to him. He had run out of water. Meanwhile, Billy was shunting when the yard manager spread the news. "Thomas has broken down, so I want you to help him at the bridge." "Yes, I will," said Billy bravely, and so Billy puffed away to find his friend. He arrived just in time, and there was Thomas broken down. He knew he was going to make it without being afraid. "Go on," said his driver. "Remember, you're not afraid anymore. You don't want to be in trouble again." And so Billy didn't. The track creaked loudly. The river seemed deeper than ever. "I must rescue my friend," whispered Billy. Billy slowed down before the track creaked and creaked, and at last he finally found his friend. He found him at last and was coupled up. And so Billy pulled him to safety at last while they are going home. Later, Billy puffed into the yards after when Thomas felt very proud with him. "Yesterday," continued Thomas, "you were a very brave engine saving me," he said. "You were a very brave engine saving me. Well done and thank you. And what will I do without you?" And so Billy smiled. So Billy is not afraid anymore. Not afraid of the old bridge, and was now on a brave engine to cross it, and he now on loves his journeys more than ever.